Hey, I wanted to jump in here and have a quick conversation about Straykids, deepfake AI, Plave situation, privacy, consent. Probably like this is a B-side of my parasocial video, my last post, and just kind of understanding why people cross the boundaries outside of like fantasy and just like have to take it absolutely there. And also, I've been following very closely the Stallion versus Milagro case, where an AI deepfake S-tape of hers was leaked on Twitter and was promoted by an influencer. Well, an influencer that has been paid by Tory Lane's team, and just trying to understand why people engage with using other people's image so recklessly, and also trying to understand why there's such a visceral reaction to not having access to the identity of this virtual boy band. Like, why it's so important and so smart and so strategic to have this avatar between you and your fans so you can actually have some sort of privacy, and why people are so obsessed with crossing boundaries, ignoring consent, leaking people's information, having ownership, like this deep, incessant desire to have ownership of other people's images and likeness. I saw this creator speaking out against the Straykids deepfakes and receive a lot of backlash because people are like, oh, it's not a big deal, it's not a big deal. And it's like so funny because I'm thinking about how dating scandals can really deeply hurt and affect an idol's career, which that in itself is crazy. That in itself is crazy. I know they're dating. I know they have lives. It's really not that big of a deal, right? Because what I'm engaging with is like the fantasy persona, like my like relationship with them, or like parasocial relationship with them, is with the role that they play as a singer, as a personality. And it also makes me think about Chapel Roan and how someone like that could like benefit from the model, because it's about focusing on music and not having my image and safety and likeness always be scrutinized, and actually be able to walk down the street peacefully. I feel like this is something Tyler the Creator was touching on with his last project as well, like wanting to have peace and privacy and shed the mask of celebrity at times, or you know, being able to engage with that celebrity, being able to gauge with fame peacefully, like not, I don't know if you saw that music video where it was like when somebody walks up to him with the phone, it kind of feels like he's being held at point, and like his image just being owned by other people. Again, this is like very all over the place. I'm actually here like trying to work out my ideas, right? I'm like thinking about like how aggressive fans can be, how interesting of a concept Plave has, right? And it's like so cool, especially considering how hard people are on an idol's image and like their body, their weight, their hair need to be perfect, everything, right? So if I could just focus on music and, you know, be behind this persona, just have this suit on and just focus on singing, I think that would be so cool. But people like were hating on that, and it was so confusing to me. Like even them being like, well, their skin tone doesn't match their, and it's like they're not the same height as their avatar. It's like, no, I didn't think that he actually had pink hair. No, I didn't think he actually had red eyes. No, I like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Were y'all upset whenever you watched Avatar and Zoe Saldana isn't really that height? Or after Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't like Zoe Saldana. I'm just using this as an example because she's worn suits like the one that they're wearing for Plave, sorry, the Avatar, because she doesn't have a blue skin tone and she's not that height. Or Guardians of the Galaxy because she's not green. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, playing a character, playing a role. Like, I wasn't upset when I found out that Huey and Riley were voiced by Regina King. Yes, a grown woman playing two middle school boys. Like, okay, like it's voice acting, like it's a persona. And why is it so important to have ownership of the person's image behind the persona? Why is it so normalized? Well, why is it becoming normalized to like circulate deep fake footage of someone. Like, why I'm constantly having such pushback towards AI, because inherently I don't think it's necessarily a bad tool. Well, terrible for the environment, but just seeing the way people weaponize it, it's what freaks me out. Also, the reason why I think the virtual boy band is so interesting is because this constant fear around idols aging, right? Like, even the backlash and like, oh my god, they're playing these characters and they're 30 years. Ew, ew. Like, what the fuck? But there's always this like fear and ageism that's riddled through, like, especially the K-pop space, because I don't think people are like disgusted whenever a rapper turns 50. Listen, Snoop Dogg is still out there doing whatever it is he's doing, you know what I mean? But there's such constraints, like there's like such a biological clock on a K-pop idol. It's kind of insane. So if you're playing this virtual persona, that character won't age, right? And you can not be constantly in fear of your appearance changing, or the constant pressure to do more like plastic surgery and change your looks and try to stay like relevant in your looks, constantly feeling pressured to lose weight. But no, for real, oh, is you cool? Like, I'm surprised at this creator who kind of talked about the AI deepfakes making her uncomfortable and the backlash that she's received.
It's always a hell of a day when I find myself having to defend people that have way more money than me, but here I am once again. Like, AI is getting very, very scary. I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm quaking in my non-existent boots because I'm barefoot right now. I'm using Straykids as an example because that's the most recent one I've seen personally on my FYP because I'm a Straykids stan. I made a video on it. It is weird to use AI to have Bang Chan kissing on your neck, hugging on you, whatever. Like, it's weird to me. Like, especially to post it. Like, the gall is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But there were a few people that were defending it, which is absolutely wild to me because I'm like, imagine someone takes your visage, a random dude off the street, random person off the street, takes your face, takes your likeness, and puts in a generator to like have you kiss or hug on them or whatever have you. Just something that is intimate. You have no idea who this person is, and there is footage of you or the likeness of you kissing and hugging on this person. I put myself in those shoes, and it is weird. It is bizarre. It is unethical to use AI for things like that. First of all, you are using natural resources to be a creep. That is creep behavior. And to the people that are defending and saying that it's just having fun, do it to a female idol. Have a male fan do that to a female idol, and let's see if it's still funny and goofy. Like, seriously, y'all need to get a grip. You too delulu. You too delulu. You're delulu.
I'm like, oh, this is an unpopular opinion? Oh, shit. And listen, Plave is still doing a good job. Like, they're doing great. Their actual fandom still enjoys them. Getting sales, they're getting fan calls, they're being successful. They're doing an amazing job. It's so cool how they're using technology. I'm not like anti-technology. It's just weird when I think about the AI fan calls or SM letting us talk to AI versions of the idol's pets, or people making deep fakes with AI. It's just icky to me. I feel like I see the privacy violations. I see the lack of consent. I see how it's going to be used later on to slander people, to hurt people's image. I know that people do not care about the truth when the lie is more salacious and more interesting, right? So I just see how that could impact people. I see Megan Thee Stallion suing Milagro and being like, this deeply affected me. Why have you been constantly lying on me? Why are you circulating this deep fake estate of me, trying to slander my image, throw dirt on my name? Like, since I'm seeing it, since I'm not just locked into the K-pop bubble and I'm seeing how it's affecting things over here in the West, I'm like, this is not going to go well. This isn't like, I already know this is not girl, you're in trouble. Quick video. I'm just trying to like scope out my thoughts. Maybe I'll talk about it in more detail later on. Maybe not, because I don't think that people are really ready to have these conversations about how weird AI are.
So I don't consider myself a K-pop stan. I can appreciate K-pop music, but when it comes to the fandoms, I kind of just stay back. But yesterday I came across what's happening with Plave. And Plave, for those of you who don't know, they're a virtual K-pop idol group. I remember when they were first going viral on TikTok, a lot of people found it very cringe. Some just didn't get it. Other people assumed that it was AI. But I feel like for anyone who is a fan of fictional idol groups, like I am, I mean, you can clearly see in my background, fictional idol groups right here too. Like, the idea of real people voicing these characters doesn't seem that odd. But unfortunately for Plave, their identities have been leaked to the public, and a lot of people had issues with the members being much older than the characters that they portray, or the fact that they don't look anything like the characters that they're portraying. I did see a lot of colorism as well, which, I mean, that's a whole different can of worms right there. But let's just focus on the fact that they were very hypercritical about these characters looking nothing like the voice actors who are lending their voice to these virtual idols. Again, nothing new. This is supposed to be a 16-year-old boy voiced by a 36-year-old man. Here's another boy idol. He's supposed to be 17 in the anime. Age right now is a little bit blurred, but his voice actor is a 52-year-old man. And here are the voice actors for Utano Prinsama. You can actually go to concerts where you can watch the seiyuu perform, or you can go to concerts and just watch the virtual idols perform. They're separate events, but they exist to please the fandom. Also, for those of you that are VTuber fans, here we have VTuber Monarch that looks like this. And here is her voice actress, the beautiful Amelie. They don't look anything alike. Here we have Sayu, which is the same thing. Here is the VTuber, and here is Alejandro Sab, who voices Sayu and a bunch of other characters in anime and video games. For those reasons, I'm failing to understand why people were so upset that the real life people behind these virtual idols don't look anything like the virtual idols. And also the age thing, they were complaining that a lot of them were like over 30, like that's normal. And 30 isn't that old. I did see other claims like misogyny, but for that, I can't speak on that. I don't know the men. But to be upset that they look nothing like their virtual avatars, I don't know. Welcome to the virtual idol industry.
Final thoughts are, how was you go? Are you okay? You're not. Like, how would you feel if this was like a family member or somebody of you? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even trying to cape and defend idols. It's just, I know that this has like real world implications, not only on them, but also like regular people. What is stopping somebody from doing an AI deepfake of them with your boyfriend and like ruining y'all relationship? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird. It's just creepy. It's just strange. But yeah, this is a quick video. I'm just trying to get my thoughts out. How do you feel about it? Did you know anything about that Megan Thee Stallion versus Milagro case? Maybe a lot of y'all don't know that, so that's why you're like bigging up and liking and sharing these Straykids deepfakes because you don't see how it's affecting other artists, right? Is it so terrible for an idol to protect their image and to be behind an avatar or a persona? Mind you, this is not a new thing. This is like, there's been virtual artists before, right? And also whenever you think about like voice actors and things like that, like this is not new in any way, shape, or form. But we're so used to having so much ownership of like an idol's image. Now mind you, they still do fan calls. They have cute photo cards. Like there's all kind of things. Just get lost in the fantasy. Enjoy the fantasy. Enjoy the music. Hello, focus. Right? So I don't know. I don't have like solutions or anything like that. I'm thinking out loud, but I'm just like, it's getting weird. It's getting weird. It's getting
Shit getting crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious, crazy, scary.
Thanks for watching.